Meteorologist Aaron Brackett in for Aaron Christensen. Another warm one. In fact, a record-breaking day today. But look at this. Our record low temperatures, we were talking just about a week ago. 21 degrees on the 14th, 17 degrees last Tuesday in the morning. And for today, we set a record on the high side. 80s across the area. In fact, 81 at Tucson International. Tomorrow, could be looking at the same sort of situation. The old record stood at 80 today. That's what it stands at tomorrow, set back to back in the same year. That's 1986. And I'm forecasting 81 for tomorrow's high. This will be real interesting. We'll be watching the thermometer all day long as we have high pressure overhead. That dry weather, it's going to stick in place. We'll see lots of sunshine and those winds will stay very light under that high as well. But notice this. Wet weather to the northern side of California, a cold front with it as well. And this is our next storm system. We'll be talking about this, possibly making an entrance into the desert southwest as we look toward the early part of the weekend. So lots of changes to talk about. Here's the almanac for today, 81 degrees. That was the high temperature. We're going to update that record, but there's the previous record. 44 is how we started our day earlier on. Temperature changes not huge across the western half of the country. Generally single digits around the area. Where we're seeing the warmth, though, is where temperatures have been the coolest. We've been talking about the coolest temperatures in decades through portions of the northern plains. Finally, a little bit of relief on the way. Temperature of 80 right now outside. Perfect weather if you're heading out to do a little bit of grilling this evening. 73 in Nogales, 71 over toward the extreme southeast corner in Douglas. And there's that sky right there. We're focused very far out to the west, and we're seeing some of the Tucson mountains right now. That sky actually is clear, and we should have a nice sunset in store in just a little bit. A wind of just 6 miles per hour at the airport combines with that pressure. Just over 30 inches of mercury. That'll continue to rise as we see that high continue to set in for tomorrow. Then we expect that to fall later on in the week as the rain becomes more likely. So over the state view, not a lot of clouds, really minimalistic as we look at this map. But it's as we look off toward the west, you start to see a little something different than what we've been talking about the last couple days. These clouds are the very, very, very first part of that next storm system that will affect us and even give us a couple clouds the next couple days, mainly in the afternoon hours. But still, wonderful weather on the way, and this is why. You see all that orange right there? This is a lack of water vapor well above our heads, and a lack of water vapor says we're not going to have any clouds in the near term, and skies will remain mostly clear for tomorrow. In fact, the satellite, the radar, we could just shut this off tonight and be a-okay as far as that's concerned. So here's Futurecast. It's trying to bubble some clouds off to the north. Look what happens though Wednesday in the afternoon. It just takes them out of here. We're back to full sunshine through the middle of the week, and look at the lows tonight. Could not be better. 45 here in Tucson, 42 in Sierra Vista. And elsewhere, we see a couple 30s from Benson to Douglas, and even Bisbee remaining above the 30s. 41 is your overnight low for tonight. And we'll just have a couple clouds early around the Tucson area tonight. And by few, I mean very few. Mild temperatures. We're down to 37 on the mountain. 81 for tomorrow. The record is 80. We'll see if we can break another one back to back. 61 on Mount Lemmon with southeast winds on the light side. Elsewhere, 70 in Oracle, 56 in Show Low. Wilcox heads to 77 across the area, and mid-70s in store for you in Douglas with some 80s into our western reaches. Your 7-day forecast shows a lot of change. We were talking to this earlier. 77 on Thursday. We're taking things down a little bit on Friday, but this is system number 1, giving us very slight rain chances, better rain chances as we head toward the beginning portion of next week. And look what happens to the temperatures by your Tuesday. 9 your side at 5. We'll be right back.